you're going to get something. So, Carl, what is the 3-foot rule, and how can we be effective at partaking in the 3-foot rule or practicing it?
One thing I like about the 3-foot rule is that you don't have to be super educated. You don't have to know all the social media stuff, all the trainings, all this. You don't have to be trained to do the 3-foot rule. It's just a simple thing to do that everyone can do. And the reason they give excuses not to do it is the problem. So what I'm trying to say
what is the 3-foot rule?
Just anyone that gets within 3 feet of you, say something, do something. Don't just stand there and not do anything. If you want to make $5,000 a month, talk to somebody. God gave you the voice to talk.
So how does that work though? Like, is it the 3-foot rule if someone's walking past and I just give them something and keep it moving? Or you're saying I got to say something? Is it still considered a 3-foot rule if I just give somebody something and keep it moving?
It's a 3-foot rule no matter how it is, because you put something in somebody's hand and took it out of yours. You got these brochures and stuff in front of you now. What are you holding on to it for? You already know the information. You read it, you saw it, you got it, you know it. You've been to class, been to train. Give it to somebody else. Give it to somebody that don't know about it, because that's what this is all about. So give them something. And like Demetrius said, why are you worried about, well, I don't know what to say? Don't say nothing then. Just give it to them. I can walk by each one of y'all right now, and I guarantee you it's about 15 of you right there. Out of the 15 of you, without me saying a word, if I just put my hand out with something, you're going to take it. You can do that anywhere with anybody in the middle of the street. You walk past them and hand them something, I guarantee they'll take it.
So that's the side. So what about, how does it sound when you're actually saying something to someone?
Well,
what's the situation?
You become better.
Are you at the barber shop? Are you walking down the street and you just start talking to somebody? What are you saying to the people? What do they need to say to the people?
Basically, you can try, when you get into the business, get with somebody in the business of your upline to give you some idea of what to say, because there's not no practice, different type of speech that anybody, it could be anything, but just be able to say something as, most of the time I just teach people to first smile. Because that's the best thing that you got going for you. You smile, they smile. Now you got to open it. Okay, and then you just hand them something. But if you become more a person like myself and like to talk to people, like I've done, I mean, I have a guest here today who's guaranteed a first in person who learned what the 3-foot rule is all about. I bumped into it 3 feet in Walmart. We got 3 feet. I wasn't going to just stand there and look dumbfounded. I just handed her a card. That's it. I mean...
And she's here?
She's right there.
Oh, okay, nice.
Okay, results.
Results. Didn't know her from Adam, and she didn't know me from Adam. And I wasn't dressed in a suit and a tie, right? I might have looked my worst that day. It just doesn't matter. As long as you say hi, smile, give somebody a card, or your flyer, or your brochure. But like Demetrius said, if you have something to say, the first thing I say is hi. That's the first. It's just that simple. You don't have to say a whole speech. But if I do give a speech, it's mostly starts like, do you know anybody? Or who do you know that would like to earn some extra income? Who do you know that could use a medical or dental plan? One of those two things, or both at the same time. It's just that easy.
So that is, the 3-foot rule is real. And you can also go on the team website on Facebook, and you can actually search. And we have flyers and all that stuff,
Yes.
templates. So there's templates you just put in the search once you become a member of the group, and you'll be able to get get whatever tools you need to actually do the same 3-foot rule Carl's doing. Let's give it up for Carl. All right, so this is the woman of the hour, actually. Yeah. Because the idea of this whole thing is to actually expose this to as many people as we possibly can. When we talked about earlier, people are spending 18 cents on every dollar, and all we want to do is get the word out and get in front of these people. We measure success of a meeting by how many guests actually showed up. So we want to talk to the individual that had the most amount of guests today, and I want to ask her just, what did you do to actually have guests show up?
I just sit down. I made up in my mind, but being a pastor and knowing so many people, I kept inviting people within my church. So then this time I decided, I said, let me just plug into everybody. All of my sorority sisters that say they love me.
What sorority?
Delta.
Delta.
Ooh, shout out for Delta Sigma Theta. All of those people that used to be roommates. People that I had some contact with when I go to preach. People, all of that I've met have given me their cards. I sit down for the first time and made a list of about 30 people. From those 30 people, I then invited them to come to the meeting. By doing that, my public relations decided, let's do a video and invite people. So I invited people. Then I turned back around and called those same people again. I know they said, here she come again.
How long was that video that you created?
How long was that video? It took us about 5 minutes to do.
So the video's 5 minutes.
Wednesday night.
Okay.
We sit there.
I just want to know, so I know it's not long.
No, we didn't talk long.
Okay.
We didn't, give them a roll by Jesus love you. We didn't go through all that.
In and out.
Boom, boom, boom. And we got 500 hits from that. So what I'm learning is that less talk and more doing. And I'm becoming more effective. And now I'm seeing the results. Because here's one that I've been dealing with for months and months and months through a text. Here today, she just rolls through here. I guess I'm tired. I can't afford it any longer. Yeah, so that's how I did it.
All right, so when did you were here at the last meeting?
Yes.
Okay, so here's the question. Since we're here at this
Yes.
meeting, and we obviously want people to give you a little competition,
Yes.
because I thought I was going to win today.
I know you did. That's why you left the belt at home.
But she beat me bad. Oh, she beat all of us, actually.
But you challenged
You got
us,
beat.
though.
You got beat. You got beat. You got beat. But here's my last question for you in regards to that. So we're here today, and we want to have people come out to the next meeting. We have some new people that just got started today. What would you recommend? Like, when do they start inviting for the next?
Now. You start now. When I go back home tonight, I'm gonna be thinking again. See, my mind, I'm getting results. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start on my next group for the next meeting. Okay, I'm already thinking of ways of how I can be more productive in the next meeting. Okay, well maybe I did 4 this time. I'm gonna double that. I already did 34 as contacting. Well, from that 4, next time I want 10.
Did you text or did you call or did you email?
I emailed and I called.
Calling all cars.
Yeah,
she did everything.
I did because you had challenged us to do that. Then I looked at the video. You see, this personal development is what's important. Then I came back and I listened to what you told me to. I follow. You have to be, submitted to that. I followed what you said about looking at how to get more people to come to your meetings. So I even read that. I said, okay, I can handle this.
That's very good.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Let's give it up for Pastor Anna as well. All right, so that was our panel. We're at 3:56. So we'll take 4 minutes, and I'll wrap it up. So panel members, if you can make it back to your seats, we're about to close this thing out. Let's give them another round of applause. All right, so first and foremost, We do have an opportunity where you guys can actually get your first experience of saving money. We will be having a meeting after the meeting. Right after, like in about 5 minutes, we're leaving. Meeting after meeting. And it will be at, what is the name or the address? San Marcos, right? San Marcos. It's less than 3 minutes. It's a less than a 3-minute drive. They have really good food. We're going to save some money through one of the Ameriplan services. Yeah, we do save on restaurants as well, selected restaurants. So we'll be going to one where you can actually start saving money today. The name of the location is San Marcos. And does anybody have any questions before we get out of here? Any questions? Yes. The address? I'm going to use what... Anybody have the address? It's on Peach. Matter of fact, who you drive with? All right, you know where. Just follow Pastor Anna.
It's on Peach Street, but
All right. You don't want me to
Oh, you don't know how to get there? Oh, okay. We'll get that before we leave. We'll get the address for you. Oh, Michelle's pulling it up.
Sorry, my phone. Oh, and can I?
No.
Make sure it's the right one.
No address? Okay, we'll get it at the end. And we don't need it right now. We do not need it right now. All right, so here's the deal, guys. What you want to do is the next meeting is November 3rd. Right? So what we want to do is we want to start preparing. There's only one thing that I want to prepare you guys for, and that is the art of setting a goal. All right? Set a goal for how many guests that you want to have at this next meeting. Would you guys agree this meeting was a good meeting?
Yeah.
If you agree, clap your hands. Hold on. All right, so you got your goal. So on November 3rd, you want to make sure that you have as many guests as you can possibly have. But set a goal. Maybe your goal is you want to have 5 people here. So based off of what we heard, if you want to have 5 people here, you want to have 30 people confirmed. That's what you said, right, Pastor Anna?
Yes, that's it.
Okay, she had, let's say you had 5 or 6 people. You want 5 or 6 people to be here. You need to have 30 people confirmed the night before. All right, the next thing that you want to set a goal for before you leave, well, when you leave here today, is how much money you want to make between now and November 3rd. All right, how much money do you want to make between now and November 3rd? How many guests are you going to have at the next meeting on November 3rd? And you also want to know how much money. All right, so my name is Demetrius Brown. I want to give a big shout out to the individuals that made this meeting happen. Because as you're growing something, anybody ever grow something? Have you guys ever grown something from vegetables and herbs to businesses to teams? You know that it takes more than just the one thing to do it, right? It takes a collection of things. So first and foremost, there was a young lady outside that always does an incredible job. Her name is Michelle Eiffel, and she helped y'all sign in. Let's give it up for Michelle. And then another significant part of this meeting was actually the young lady that did the welcome today and welcomed all of y'all. Y'all weren't treating her too nice. Y'all did warm up. I think I heard one of our leaders say. Y'all gave her a rough time. Gave her a rough time, but she made it through. That's what we do. We have strong leaders here, so let's give it up for Pastor Anna doing the welcome. And then y'all started warming up. Y'all gave Zakira a good time. Y'all started building up y'all energy a little bit. So we want to also give it up to Zakira Casado. All right. Now we want to also... There's always got to be somebody that the weight always falls on. There's always got to be that person. Gotta be. And if you're working out in the gym, they call you need a spotter. It's always good to have a spotter, right? But this person, he has a lot of weight, but he has a team. He don't have a spotter, but he has a team, right? So, but he does have a lot of pressure on him too, and we be putting that pressure. There's a leadership joke that we all have, but he takes a lot, not just from y'all. Then he got to deal with y'all. Then he's got to deal with y'all. But we want to also give it up for Carl Ryans for helping close out the meeting. Let's give it up for Carl Ryans. Again, my name is Demetrius Brown. I'm a President's Club here member with this incredible company. I know Zakira wants to actually take a group picture, so we're just gonna come up here and take a picture, and then we're gonna hurry up. Anybody hungry? Anybody else hungry besides me? Y'all hungry? I'm starving.